Hi guys. All right. So, tonight, it's night. We're going to finish Beacon Pines. I've made the decision. We are finishing it. I talked to my husband who has seen the whole game be played before, and he says we're pretty close to the end. So, my plan is to you know, just go until we finish it out. It could be 1 hour, it could be 3 hours, but we're gonna power through. Apparently, even if we do find the actual ending of the story, we can still go through all of the other endings. So I do want to do that. So yeah, that's strap in because we're gonna do that tonight. Yeah. So without further ado, I feel like we should just start. In case it does take 3 hours, we don't want to waste any time. So let's go to the game. All right.
A speech to end all speeches.
I feel like we're on the right track. So I think this might be the actual ending. Oh, hi, a new person. Is it Aaron? You've seen a couple clips from my stuff and enjoyed it and wanted to catch a stream. Oh, thank you. Thanks for joining. This is Beacon Pines. If you haven't seen it or heard of it, it's super story heavy, and the story is also very heavy. So last week, I had somebody who said they do actually want to play the game. So if you do want to play the game, I would let you know that it's better to just play it blind, but if you don't care, please stay, hang out. Welcome. Thanks for showing up.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed.
Oh yeah, because every time he gets in the bed, he just flops down.
He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
Oh yeah, Gran drugged us. That's right. Oh no, Gran didn't drug us. He ate the jam that had the drugs in it because he's stupid.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Well, that's because Mr. Nuncreed is super creepy. So that makes sense.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival! Oh yeah, it's still festival day because we went back in time. You've seen the story. Okay, good. All right. I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't, because it's really good. I'm super enjoying it. But also don't tell me what happens. Or else. Okay, we still can't go in here. I guess we just go down to the festival. So let's see. Nobody's home. Gran drugged us. Is she in her garden? Like, where is she? This door is still open. She's not down here. Okay, so maybe she's at the festival gonna go blow it up. Let's see. This way. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho! Sly devil. Sly. He's tippy-toeing. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. Good. I don't like Mr. Nuncreed. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Hop, 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 hop. Oh wow, everybody is here.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Is this thing Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Yay! Woohoo! Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
I had a thought about Mr. Kerr. Okay. Pause this for a second. So, I was rewatching the stream from last week, and there was a conversation between him and the mayor, and he said something about the whole Valentine family. We need to remember them or something. And then he goes, present company included, because the mayor was like, oh, don't worry about me or whatever. But he said present company included. But I don't think he was talking about the mayor. I think he was talking about himself. And the word cur, C-U-R, means like a mongrel dog or whatever, like a mutt, or, you know, it's like a derogatory dog term thing. And we all know that Sharper Valentine he slept around, according to, was it the little Batgirl that told us that? So I think that William Kerr is Sharper Valentine's son, or grandson or something, or whatever. And he's trying to take over the town because he's mad at his dad. I don't know. He's got daddy issues. Anyway, that's what I think. That's what I think. Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Aw, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am daggum thankful for it. Change is the reason we are all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
Oh God. From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip.
This is getting slightly more creepy and evil by the second.
The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community, first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
It's a community of clones and clipboards. That's not the same thing. The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are the horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Oh God. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Is it Gran? Is Gran in the crowd? Oh, Gran is not in the crowd. And neither are Mr. Tolliver and the lady, I don't remember her name, the waitress. They're not there. They're blowing up town. Oh God. Don't worry. A little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so, it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim...
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Oh boy. Our harvest awaits! Damn it! Who is he freezing us for? Or maybe he didn't freeze us. Maybe Gran froze us.
A merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched.
Oh boy. Alright, so that was not the ending. It was an ending.
For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time.
I want to know what's freezing us.
The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything!
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
Why are you referring to yourself in the first person book?
No, I don't mean that.
Never think of me again. That is suspicious.
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again.
She's going through it, you guys.
Please.
Okay. Alright. So... Oh, this is where we interrogate Mr. Tolliver. Okay. Let's, I guess let's do Sly? They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop. And
They'd run the
Tito.
classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
The narrator is very invested in the story. Yeah, it's almost like she's part of the story, which is why I still think that the book is his mother.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Oh, of course, Beck is going to
With a
be the
few
one who
crisp
talks.
Snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modewell girl. Please, call me Beck. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here? Hi, Zen.
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
Beck is the best. You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Oh yeah, we smacked him over the head. Very true. So, it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Beck is so smart, you guys. Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, capital the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You're sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There is one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in the perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So, we have a password and nowhere to put it? It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. Well, that's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look.
Don't worry about me. Keep going up the stairs, please.
She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
We did it. We did it. You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf, but all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So, U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Oh, it's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Rolo, what the hell? How are you so smart? Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Cran's nude rug store. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Investigate Nuncreed's drugstore. Unfortunately. I hope he's not there. I really hope he's not there. Oh, there she is. Actually, hold on. Can I go fishing again yet? Do I have fishing bait? Sorry, guys. Hold on. Dang it. We better get to Nuncreed's. All right, fine. I guess we can't go fishing. Let's go. Hello. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Wait, did he not come this way? He came out of my house. All right, whatever. Where are we going? Drugstore. Drugstore. Can't go in here yet. Nope. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. I was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future, or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Wow, rude. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Yeah, don't worry about me. Bye. Leave. Goodbye. Oh, here's this crocodile lady. She's just always out here reading. Hello? Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate when the villain makes a good point. As do I. Oh, is our little bat friend up? No, she's not. Okay, that's fine. I guess we'll go to the drugstore like you want me to. Let's go. Oh. Hello? What are you doing here?
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where did you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I'll I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. So, is he like the lookout? Is he just getting paid in licorice to make sure nobody goes into the drugstore? No, because he's the Valentine family, so he's not working with the perennial harvest, I think. Maybe. He could be. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. A clue. Locked. Locked. Alright. Anything over here? No. No. I don't know why things would be way over here, but in this trash can? The answer's gotta be around here somewhere. Yeah, I wasn't leaving. I'm just looking. Calm down. Alright, what about this mailbox? What are you looking at, Rolo? Nothing. Alright. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got, like, a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Cran's nude rug store! I mean, underground secrets. The password!
Beck flung open the door, and they all squeezed in.
Here we go! Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate.
Oh gosh.
Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Oh? What?
The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I thought this was a laundromat for a minute. I was really confused. I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real? Rollo, at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on them. Suspicious! This suit has a broken mask. Oh, it's the one that we punched. So, have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed. Let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Dude, I bet it was Mr. Nuncreed that got us the first time, because then the other time that we got murdered, that was him that shoved us in the phone booth. What if he's trying to save us? Like, what if this is like the good place? Like it's an underground good town? It's probably not, but whatever. Let's see. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Pa always says, you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Okay, what about this one? Perennial Harvest Main Office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. You don't say, Rolo. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rolo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. All right. Rolo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. Oh no. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Oh no. Oh no. Shit. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. You probably should. What does that mean? You should know. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nun Creed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. Nun Creed has a Richard Nixon voice. I'm sorry. This is just what comes out when I see him. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So, you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nun Creed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us, says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand. He was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong by one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, If a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Stop! I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. Did you? Did you really? But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
Why are we laughing? Are we laughing because we're about to die? Because same, buddy. What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground layer we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders.
Please stop.
His eyes were frantic.
Please stop. You need to tell me what she's gonna do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now, she's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain? But why would she?
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's gonna freeze us all. So... It is Gran who's freezing us. Y'all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. Yeah. Bye. That did not go how I expected. So... We're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. Okay. Okay. You good? Yep. Oh boy. I love this town. Oh God.
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth.
Oh man, are we doing it, you guys? Are we gonna finish this story? Oh my goodness.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carry her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Why is everything snowy now?
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Are we traveling through dimensions? Are these different timelines? The whole game is about timelines. Is this a different timeline? Let's go! What's happening? That was... intense? Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Maybe they just live in the Midwest. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. It didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? Rollo's just interested in where all of his piss went. This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Catch up to Mr. Nuncreed. No, because this looks like where my house is. And that little ridge goes to where my dad's grave is. If we run into my dad... Oh my god. Wait, can I go that way though? It is! That's where my house is, you guys! You guys! You guys, this is a different timeline! None of the stuff is here! Oh god! This looks... familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time! Nuncreed's getting away! Okay, let's go get him! Let's go! Wait, can I go this way now? No. Dang it! Bro! There's no treehouse! Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of the town. I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rollo. Stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Rollo is wearing that Sherlock Holmes hat. Yeah, it gives him at least +2 intelligence. It's so snazzy, too. Oh, I can just walk. Can I lean on? There's no rail for me to lean on. Can I find other words? Oh, here's some goo. Oh, no. So is this has to be the past, because my house isn't there and the tree isn't there, right? And this is like an alternate past where, like, everything just got frozen already?
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Granny's going crazy.
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after.
My Gran!
Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Hello? Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not gonna solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer.
We're gonna get shoved into this pit, you guys. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over the torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, Did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish.
Oof.
His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burden. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness, he began to cry, because I want to do that right now. Yeah, he's gonna fucking cry. Weep.
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This'll all make sense soon, Luca. But then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
Oh, you can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
Oh.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing
Before
to...
Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
And now we're frozen again! Come on now!
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca.
I want to know why throwing fire down that hole makes everything freeze. Because that doesn't make sense. Unless it's an alternate reality where fire is ice. Yep.
Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror, there was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant.
Oh boy.
That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever.
That was green fire. Was it green? No, it wasn't.
And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene.
Oh, the beam? Yeah.
In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
No.
Well, that was dire.
Sure was.
On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Did we though? Because that's still not super clear.
Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Yeah, easy. Oh, okay. So we did all this. These are all done. That's done. Shame. Fight or flight. All right. Let's flight. This is where we're trying to shoot the clipboards. It was an endothermic reaction. What are we doing? Oh yeah. Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fucking run.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Bye. Oh, it works
He
like
looked up
now?
with
It didn't work the
surprise
first
as it
time.
struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Dude, me either. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Oh yeah, Iggy's all messed up. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
More ice?
Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Oh. Okay. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. Did it say that we went through a tunnel? 'Cause like, how the heck did we get here? From the treehouse. I don't understand these dimensions or timelines or whatever is going on. Dude, it's confusing me too, but it's alright. Like, we keep going back and forth in time, and I never remember, like, what has already happened in this specific timeline. Except that, like, Iggy's face is all messed up because he got hit with the acid. Luca! Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr. Oh no, is it? I thought it was Rolo. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. Is there a way to look at the book whenever you want? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, it just tells me what I've already done. It doesn't tell me what worked. So, like, obviously this is the flight one, but, like, this has Tickle and Strange, so I don't know, I don't remember if Strange or Tickle got us to where we are now. But I don't know. But we're here. It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving
Don't
the
like that.
walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Don't like that at all. We gotta keep moving. I don't know why he said that so sassy. Hello?
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Open it. Open it! Alright. Let's go this way. Oh no! What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh. Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. Don't like that. Don't like that. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out letters under there. What town could this even be? It's your town, my dude. There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. We just throw it? What do we... Can I... Go back here? I can't... Oh. Okay, yeah, that... There's literally nothing here, but let's pick that up. Oh. Okay. Huh. Nope. And... Huh. Nope. That hit it! Come on, dude! Huh. Welcome to Beacon Pines!
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense! We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from the town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. Like the source, Luca? You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Okay. So this is the same timeline / area. I guess let's go this way.
The fencing glistened.
That we were just in.
Each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Aw. Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. Dude, this is...
The crunching
dismal.
of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone! What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hankatomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, It's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
Buddy.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
You should feel guilty because you're the one who threw acid on him. Oh no, maybe that was Beck. Doesn't matter. You were there. It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course! Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. Why are all these kids so sad? Oh my gosh. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo were always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know.
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh. Must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
And I feel so bad for Iggy. I hated him at first, but now I know he's just a sad little boy. And now I feel bad for him. We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all of this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
You guys are just gonna sleep in the snow? It's so cold. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what? Huh.
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
Comes to worst days of my entire life. This one wasn't half bad. Aww. Aw, they're friends now. They're
The house
buddies.
smelled of warm bread.
Ooh, warm bread. The house. What What house?
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug.
Oh, it's another dream.
He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right. He dreams about his future self, his other timeline self. Also, are these memories or dreams? Or both? I guess in dreams you remember people how you remember them.
The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this.
Yes, it was. Shut up.
The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you?
No, I don't.
Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive.
Him? Our father?
The day he chose to abandon us.
I'm sorry, what?
Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch.
First of all, my dad would never. He loved me very much. Second of all, how dare you?
That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you.
Okay.
The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope.
Oh no, are his parents fighting?
It was his parents, fighting.
No!
Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Let him get away with what exactly?
Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
Yeah, what about me?
Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca? Is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in.
Doubt.
Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise.
Oh no!
With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Hello?
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
Is that a little possum?
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
Rude.
From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me!
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Oh, it's like a little mouse. Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
Oh, what should this person's voice be? You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep, minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Clever. Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Hang on, I need to help one of my dogs because the blanket fell off the bed and she needs it on her. Okay, she's comfy again. Sorry about that. Very important business I have to attend to sometimes. Dogs are priority. Yeah. She was so comfy, and then she, started to spaghetti in the blanket, and it fell off the bed. And then she jumped off the bed, and she was just staring at me. So, now she's back under the blankies in a pile. Wait! Do you live here? You might say that. So, you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
I don't know why I'm giving Nat such a spooky, weird voice, but I don't know, whatever. Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
Wow. This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. Oh. Oh no. You both grew up here. Oh. Wait. 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 Wait, so, wait, so... Wait. Wait, so... This is the original timeline, and then it just got fucked up, and then we moved to a different timeline, which is why in that timeline, my grandma's dead. Oh... Okay. 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 Deep breath, here we go. Okay. But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why, indeed.
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
Same, buddy. It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes darted back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home...
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood. Oh gosh.
Chapter 6.
That's why in the current timeline, whatever, where we started in the town, the new town that's not real, that's why we can't leave and go down the road that leads out of the town, because there is nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chapter 6. Okay.
The source.
The source. Here we go.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived.
Also, why does Nat still live there?
He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more.
Thanks.
As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy.
Oh gosh.
It all seemed to point to perennial harvest.
Yeah.
But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
Dad's not there.
Luca stopped dead in his tracks.
Oh wait, no, maybe he is. Is that the gravestone?
The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
Here. All this time I thought I was visiting you, but you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh.
Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy.
Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Boomst.
We gotta hide.
$259K. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me?
I said 259.
Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. Is this Mom and Grandma? Because this one person is feeling very wistful looking at this grave. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. Okay, never mind. The people who loved them will never know the truth. But we do. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Wow.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude.
We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Haha, weirdo. Why is everybody moonwalking? Are you gonna do it? No. Lame.
Here I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me.
Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping?
What?
Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Who are you helping?
Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone.
Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass,
I should stand up for myself.
hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right?
Nat mentioned something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest.
Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it?
What do you have in mind?
If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it.
And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge.
I'm gonna make this right, Dad. I promise.
Let's do this.
Locate the source. I'm not crying, you're crying. Bye, Dad, love you. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? I Aw, shucks, now that hurt my feelings. Screw that guy. Wow, okay. Did they move my whole house too? Oh my gosh. Oh. Let me go this way.
Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously.
Did you bury something, buddy?
He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So, a few years back,
Long story, let me tell you.
I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff.
So why did you bury it under a tree?
That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
It's the flaming chicken coop.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things.
You blew up the chicken coop?
I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces.
Rolo got grounded for months.
Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that tree. But when I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us! Unbelievable.
So... did they wipe our memories? Like, obviously the town got moved, like, recently-ish. Because the flaming chicken coop was, like, when they had memories of stuff happening. So, like, is it the jam? Did everybody eat jam and forget their memories? I know they made a perfect replica of the town, but what I'm saying is, how did they move people from this timeline of the town to the new town replica and nobody noticed that they, like, moved? Because, like, these are still two separate places, you know? I don't know. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast-off, loser. Oh boy. Well, we have fireworks now. We've got a weapon. Or multiple weapons, I guess. Oh no. We can't throw them down the hole, because it's just gonna ice us.
Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place.
Crooked! Oh good, we have another word for when we inevitably die in this timeline. Alright, can we go this way? No. I think we have to do this. Probably. But let's see anyway. Can I check these out? No. Oh boy, did they just dump everybody down this hole?
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
What is down there? I want to know what's down there.
Echo! 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 Whoa.
I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now.
But why would they dig a giant hole?
I think this is it. This is the source.
This is the source? It's a dang hole? How do we smash a hole?
Oh, God. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Her.
Where's Rolo?
I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. Wait. So, wait. He's not paid to know, so he's not on the top. He doesn't know. He's just an underling. Oh, God.
What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge?
Yeah, ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications.
Complications like us?
You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way.
Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey.
The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call.
We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you.
Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional, such as myself, embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Oh, God. Scene change. Oh, God.
No!
There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking?
Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Oh no, Iggy, don't!
Stop! Let's not do something regrettable.
Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole?
Ladies? Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar.
Up, that's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool!
Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You all can head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
Dude, we're gonna get shoved into this hole. I know it. It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down.
What, like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Iggy! Iggy, my boy! Ooh!
Whoa. Look at Kerr's face. He's pissed himself.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh no!
Oh!
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow.
Wild card, baby! Dude!
He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child! What have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. How, what channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening.
If you do that, the clipboards would just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself.
If he lets go, we both die.
I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it.
Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
A long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Dum dum dum. Ruppity dum dum.
Wow, can you believe this guy?
Dude. Oh my god, my Wi-Fi cut out at the worst time. Literally the worst time. Dude.
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kurt, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too.
Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
No, Iggy, no. You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend.
Yes, you are.
Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr.
Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
No.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies.
I can't.
It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
A calm settled over Iggy's face.
No.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Oh my god.
Let me do the right thing for once.
Dude, I'm crying. Are you kidding? Stop. Stop. No, I have to pick. I have to pick? Please tell me I have more than one choice. Luca had no choice but to blank Iggy's request. Okay. So here's the thing though. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Cause, okay, so if we refuse his request, and we, I assume, call the clipboards, if we refuse and call the clipboards and don't let him die, then we get got. But then what if Kerr isn't the bad guy? He's just an underling. He's not up at the top. And if we refuse the request, then we get to see who is at the top. But if we accept Iggy's request and just straight up murder 2 people, Luca's 12 years old. Dude, you guys are yelling at me in the chat. Luca, oh my god, okay. Do I want to saddle a 12-year-old boy with the murder of 2 people? One of them, which is his friend. He might be a bully, but like they're buddies now. This is Kerr's fault anyway. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But okay, so here's the other thing though. If we dump them down this hole, is that gonna freeze us? Oh my god. But Iggy wants to be a hero, but I love Iggy. Oh my god, okay. Okay, well, we will accept Iggy's request. Oh my god. Yeah, I am overthinking it. Okay, we'll accept. I've done it. Here, I hit it. I hit the button.
Had no choice but to accept Iggy's request.
We're murderers, you guys. Congrats.
With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
Oh god. Oh, he's just laying there.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
He's... Oh no! Why does that make it sadder? Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Merry Christmas, no! Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious. What? Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. Ow! Tempest liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks made the hole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Oh man. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again.
If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping?
I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait.
Wait for what?
You.
Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world. Okay.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west.
Okay.
Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow.
Okay.
Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
Hmm.
To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
What? What?
Revenge served cold.
What? What does that mean?
Second time's a charm?
Hold on. Why are these lit up?
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
That's what I'm saying.
I was even starting to like Iggy.
Dude, me too.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels.
It was not the right choice, you guys.
Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay. We got a new bendy spoon. Oh, we got hum. Is the spoon we got? Oh, that must be a fishing thing. Oh man. Okay. Well, okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I need to take a potty break, and I think the dogs need to take a potty break. So we're going to do like a 5-minute recess, and then we're going to keep going because I told you guys we're going to finish tonight. So we're going to finish tonight. So just give me a few minutes. I will be right back. And yeah, and we'll get on with it. So yeah, let's go. And we're back. All right. So, I don't know if that was actually 5 minutes or not. I forgot to set a timer, but everybody's good. We're back. All right. So, we can stay here and refuse Iggy's request, or I think the only other one was this one. Weep. Oh, at the hole. We can either... We already cried, and then we got frozen, so we can hum and see if that works. Or we can get got by clipboards. I want to refuse this. And we'll see what happens. Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request, because we are not letting him die. I like him.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket.
There's a walkie-talkie in my pocket.
A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair.
Really, buddy?
Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away.
The founder? Why is the founder capitalized? Is the founder... Hold on. Hold on. Mr. Kerr is Regina George. Yeah, except he has not been hit by a bus yet.
A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Oh, neither of those were correct.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Or I guess technically the other part was correct, but she was like, I don't like that. Wow. Alright, well, let's, yeah, let's hum. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed as if to give him the stage, and in the stillness, he began to hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody.
Oh no.
It was the only thing that could calm his mind.
Oh no.
The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay.
Oh no.
That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother, shivering in the raw snow. He began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out.
Okay.
A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Guys, this is so sad.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. I fucking told you guys! The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face.
I fucking told you guys! Yes!
He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother.
I told you! I figured it out! Way long ago! Oh, I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Get me a detective hat like Rolo's.
Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom?
That's right, buckaroo.
Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
Ow. You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. Exposed. Oh, did she get the gunk on her too? And it just makes them really old? Yeah, because when Beck got the gunk on her, she got gray hair. Oh, okay. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Ew, Nuncreed was always hitting on her too, right? Oh, he's so creepy. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone, we've got a party to crash. Okay. Okay. Mr. Nuncreed, you gonna come with us? You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9.
Dude, yeah. Mr. Nuncreed was always hitting on Gran, who was his dead best friend's wife, apparently, that I totally called. Just so you guys know, I knew it. Mom's also the book. Probably not at this point. It's just a narrator, but it doesn't matter. Holy shit. Okay, let's fuck up this party.
The devil you know. 7 months ago.
Oh.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Okay. Oh, now we're back here. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me. I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Oh no. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Is that fucking Sharper Valentine? Because I had that thought too. But I wasn't sure. I'm gonna lose my mind, are you kidding me? That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. It is! Take them away. No, I want them to see this. The ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the
I
crowd.
knew it! I didn't know it. I didn't say it out loud, but God, this game is so good. Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to
Bro.
contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Bro! Bro!
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Dude, why is he kinda like... You know? Look at him, look at his eyebrows. Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Sharper, I barely know her. I'd like to know him. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. The Sharper Valentine Festival! Ha, wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard! Malice. Ooh, we got another word. We can do more stuff. What else is there to do? I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. Okay, but I want to know what's up with the clipboards. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? Oh God! Oh no! I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. Dude! Okay, he's less hot now. Only a little bit, though. I don't know which is worse, a son who's completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. The crowd should just jump this guy. There's a lot of them, they could. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have happened. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I'm willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty.
Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest?
Ha! You think that puffed-up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
Wow. You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait. So this Bill Kerr was a Pat C the whole time? Dude, shut up, Rollo. Shut up. Shut up.
Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you?
Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears the most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple.
I'm not afraid of you.
Ha! The young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you.
You can't do this.
Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Dude. Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer.
Oh no.
The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing.
Yeah, where's my dad? Where's my dad? Because my grandma is my mother. Where is my father? Is he actually dead? Maybe he is just actually dead. But maybe he's not. Maybe. Am I my own father? Holy shit.
Let's see.
Let's see. All right, what do we have here? I don't remember what this one was, but let's see. Oh, way back. Okay. Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. Oh, this was when he shoved us into the phone booth. Okay. There was a blank lurking behind those eyes. A malice.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes. Like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rollo at the treehouse.
Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Mr. Nuncreed's not my dad, though. That's not real. Oh, we can go fishing again now. Oh, let's go fishing. Can I make more sandwiches? This guy, this fucker. Hi. These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree. This is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if someone...
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Who's that little Yorkie kid? Is that one of the kids too? Or is that just some random person? Also, that's why they didn't show my mom and dad's face in my flashbacks. Because I would instantly know that it was my grandma, even though I already instantly knew that. Guess Mrs. Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. Alright, hello Dawn. Hey Dawn. Is it true about Rollo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rollo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weepwood. Right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll
check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night.
Okay, bye-bye. Let's go fishing. Oh, this lady's here. Let's talk to this lady. He looked down and muttered in a gruff voice. Mama always told me my problems would look smaller once I grew up. But my problems always seem to grow right along with me. Heavens, I sense big trouble ahead. Do you think so? What's down here? Ice cream. Oh, I can't talk to you. Okay. I'm gonna slap this watermelon. Pa, 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 pa. Okay, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Are the coffee people here? Oh, you are. Hello. Hello? Nope. Okay. Bye. Alright, let's go find Rolo. My boy. Oh no. Identify yourself, please.
Nellie Moldwill. Moldwill. I work here now.
I am unable to locate you on our staff roll.
Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done.
Hold, please. Clearance authorized.
Thank you.
Our harvest awaits. I don't like that they say that. Whoa. You could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's junking, sonny.
Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junking?
I might as well ask you... God, bleh. I might as well ask the same thing of you.
Find anything good?
Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups.
Well, I'd better get going.
I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. Goodness.
See what?
Exactly. Hello? Here's this pig still here. Chillin'. Just chillin'. Oh, this guy. Nope. Little dog.
Hey, Jetson.
Have you seen Rolo come this way by any chance?
Afraid not. As elusive as the fish in this here pond.
Alright, well, let's fish. Let's do some fishing. Let's see my dad. Okay, Dad is a different color than me, though, so I'm probably not my own father. I think we're safe. Okay, we only have one new bait.
Luca tied a bent nail onto the line. If all you have is a hammer...
Are we gonna catch a hammerhead shark? Huh. The fishing is so nerve-wracking. Like, I don't want the line to break. Ooh. What's that?
It's a photo of you and Uncle Joseph.
Let me see that. Huh. Look at those two young fools. Uncle Joseph?
How did it end up in... How did it end up in...
What? How'd it end up in at the bottom of the pond? That's not correct. Who can say? Some things are just hard to explain.
I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore?
He's busy with his new job at Valentine's.
What's the new job got to do with him fishing with us?
It's complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Okay. Well, that's quite a haul. Feels like a good time to pack up.
Just a little bit longer.
If things lasted forever, they might not feel as special, huh?
I guess.
I'll make you a deal, buckaroo. If you ever feel like you need to talk about anything at all, you just say, let's go fishing, and I'll know what you mean.
Like a secret password?
Yep. Top secret.
Neat.
Why is he calling Mr. Nuncreed uncle? Unless it's just like, you know how people have kids and then all of their friends are like, oh, this is Auntie Katie or whatever, but they're not actually related. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we fished everything. Oh boy, here we go. Rollo's not at the treehouse. Did I already check the treehouse? Rollo? I don't remember what I did already.
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag.
Okay.
He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
Let's just hang out.
Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse.
Another dream memory.
This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire.
Ooh, cozy.
The source.
The source is the campfire?
He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Lucas stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail.
Yeah, because we still haven't seen his face. He's always turned around when he's fishing.
Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward.
Dude.
"That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear.
If this whole game is a dream, I'm gonna be really upset.
"Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me."
What?
Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone." Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo."
No.
Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
This better be Rollo. Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Oh, God.
Chapter 5.
Who is it?
Dangers big and small.
Oh, no.
Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch,
It's somebody
he inched
big.
backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Is it Rollo? Did he get gunk on him? Oh my God! Stop right there! Or I'll... Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figure you'd recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, 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 take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle. Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo.
I like how he got fluffier with age.
Only bigger, older, changed.
Ow. What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me, dragged me away. What? Where did they take you? Dunno. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold. It smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big, look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
Did Rollo just not notice that he's huge now? What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rollo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. A cage? Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger? Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Oh, Beck, why? You look kind of disheveled. Hey, fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Take cover! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So, you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know, this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me.
Oh, we're flashing back.
Okay, just need to play it cool and hope no one notices.
Notices what?
Oh, Nothing, I was just... come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work.
Tonight?
Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow.
That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep.
Dude, he sure does.
Heck. He is. Him and his weird cult of personality.
You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her.
Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird.
You just don't know them yet.
It's always cold.
We're in the mountains, you'll get used to it.
I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports.
You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one.
Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people?
Beck, calm down. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded.
What?
In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival.
But...
Not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time.
Other people seem to have that covered for me.
Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then.
Very funny.
Thank you. Good night, sweetie.
Good night, Mom.
Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded?
No.
I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place.
Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look.
Great. Can we get back to the story now?
The next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to.
Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modewell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir. I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay, just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline. And rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Whoa. Don't like that.
Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone. Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know.
Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest.
He sounded scared of this founder guy.
So, we have an even topper banana on the field.
What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected.
Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was
The person Beck's mom came to replace?
That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended.
I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens.
That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work?
The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help.
You have blueprints?
Well, it's really just a welcome mat from my mom's Perennial Harvest Orientation Day. But it shows the layout.
Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. Oh, we have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
Look at him wiggle. I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist. Heck yeah.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6. It's 9:45. Here we go. Chapter 6.
The heist.
I hope this doesn't take us until midnight. We have to be almost done. Come on.
They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
All right, here we go.
All right, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust.
Me? Cordial's my middle name.
Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new...
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
Circumstance.
Ha, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it?
She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense.
Okay. That leaves me with Jeff and then Iggy.
How are you gonna persuade them?
I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Here we go. Enlist the help of Jeff. Geoff. And Iggy and Tish. Alright, here we go. Okay. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, Jeff is Jeff usually at the sandwich place at the diner? Maybe he's at the diner. Maybe? Oh? Where the heck is Jeff? Is he over here? It would be great if I could find people. Oh, there's Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. What can I do for you? Well, I know how much you hate perennial harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew you kids were all right.
Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh. What? We have so many things? We have so many things. Oh. You guys, I think this is gonna be a lot longer than I thought. Well. We've got crooked, fight, shit, hide, and junk. But so, where the hell are we on this tree? Oh, I can't even go to the tree right now. I have to pick one. You know what? Shit. Shit! Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Okay, where are we on this tree? Are we on a different... Oh, we're just still on Malice. Okay, so we just gotta pick... Alright, Jeff?
Luca wasn't ready to give up so easily. He shouted out again.
Fight? Fight! I've done enough fighting for one lifetime and more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Okay. Hide? Hide!
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gobs should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Alright, we got Jeff. Where are Tish and Iggy? Are they in here? No. Nobody to talk to in here. Let's see. I can't go in the drugstore. I don't think they're this way. Oh, they are. Hello.
Hey, Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to tickle us to death again?
Oh, he's still an asshole in this timeline. Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening.
Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong.
But lately, life has been kinda... strange? Strange, you know?
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here.
So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... full break? Break our hostilities, at least for now.
We do like breaking things. Even if a truce means less breaking things.
What if I told you there was a way What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff?
Go on.
I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed.
And after this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Got him. We got him.
Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang at the treehouse.
A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. Aww. Now they're
Chapter
friends
7.
again.
Into the hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end."
All right.
And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention.
Yeah, because he's huge.
Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
What?
Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his
He's just
arms.
wearing a mustache. Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Here we go, we get to see what's inside this building. Our harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest head.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about... Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits! Sir? That's What's a restricted area? Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits.
Ready to light this candle, Tish?
Yup.
Stuck on this perennial ham fist.
Oh gosh. What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise.
Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already.
Okay, okay. Ew. That was close.
Our harvest awaits.
Hey, I figure. When in doubt, stick with the classics.
Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. All right, everyone knows what to do? Yup, deep engineering is to the north.
I'll go with Beck. In case she needs some muscle.
I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe.
Locate the founder's office. Okay. Deep engineering, Beck and Rollo got covered. Okay. Let's go. A water fountain. Hello.
That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water.
Maybe they just like drink it directly from the spigot. Oh, okay. Can I go in both of them? Oh, I can. Oh no, what is this? Oh, Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here?
It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and...
Were they in hazmat suits?
Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran.
Dang. Okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We?
Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering.
Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here.
We can't leave just yet.
But they'll catch us again.
I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder?
Founder? Why are you looking for him?
I'm not. I just need to get into that office.
Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is.
Wow, that was easy. So it is.
It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it.
Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute.
All right. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that?
It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected,
There's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life.
Nice.
Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it.
Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here?
We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out.
I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Oh no! Maybe this one opens the lock. Crap, we've got company. You guys, look at the picture on the wall though. Like, all the darts are on Augustus's face. Oh my gosh. Luca, must go faster. Oh, one sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. Go, go, go! Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca.
Don't beat yourself up. I know you're just trying to help.
Oh gosh. Oh man. No water cups.
Rollo!
Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us.
Nope! Make a break for it!
Just kicked him right in the nards. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have him on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened.
Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them?
How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we got time. Entering Nellie's office now.
Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the Young Chemist's lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend?
Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. Gross.
No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempest liquamen exposure.
Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink?
You drank it? Oh no! They told me it was only being tested on plants! Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know! Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempest Liquamin. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. What? They harvested the Source, infusing small amounts of Tempest Liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications.
The foul harvest.
Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest Liquamin is rebellious.
Rebellious?
You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature.
So, the more you try to force it to do a specific thing,
the more it resists, yes.
I can relate to that.
My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempest Liquamin to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival.
But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes.
Oddities?
They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them
And now I get to replace my entire wardrobe.
I really am truly sorry.
Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway.
It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work.
I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking.
Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed.
What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio.
It's why we gotta get you out of here. Like now.
Wait, the vial! I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came.
All the more reason we gotta hightail it.
Luca, we got Dr. Modwell. Heading your way now.
Roger that. Be careful. Alright, everything's on track.
And what is your plan for escape?
We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
That's the stuff we fished up. I should just smother you right now.
What's that?
I said I shouldn't bother you right now.
Don't be silly. You're no bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system. Time card logs. Payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked.
Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected.
It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party?
Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently.
This child is smoking. I know he's not a child, but he's smoking. Don't smoke, kids. Right? What else can I look at? Like Solomon, I guess.
I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon.
You needn't worry about me.
Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked.
That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards.
We barely got away.
Did they follow you? Sure did.
Rolo.
Before we start tossing blame around,
Is it possible someone ordered a pizza?
we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Definitely not pizza. What now?
Don't look at me, I'm officially retiring from this heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions.
Just let me think. Can someone watch the door?
Of course. No, Solomon!
Everyone else huddle up.
Oops.
You bastard man.
I think this little caper has gone on long enough.
Solomon, no!
Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly.
But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you've got it.
Tempest Liquamine! You discovered how to reverse the process!
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Wow. Very good, Dr. Modwell, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes.
That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work!
Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder
Before
of
he
the...
could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him!
Luca! Over here! Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back.
Alright,
Solomon
here we
sighed,
go.
speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan.
I'll smash it, I swear!
Fine, risk killing us all. Or if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
Oh no, don't give it to him. That's a good girl.
Beck, don't do it! We can't trust that jerk! I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded.
No!
Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn.
I don't understand. How is this all because of me, not you?
Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
So he is dead.
A muffled applause resonated
That's
faintly through the
terrible.
walls.
I didn't want him to be dead, for real.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door.
Well, crap. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rolo, you just need some time. Rolo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca, just give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey, Beck? Hey, I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short, so he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamin.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion
She's here.
sounded from the hull.
I bet she's here.
8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. traded for this jagged hole-in-a-wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing.
Here she comes.
She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Come in.
Man, what are you doing here?
Luca, what are you doing here?
We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo.
Hi, Mrs. Lucas Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine.
Oh no, what did they...
Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No!
Well, I guess that's it. We lost.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Oh,
With a
what did she give
mischievous
him?
look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... malice.
I
'Cause
might
why
have
not?
tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Screw this guy.
Malice? The whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair of the dog.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Oh. Oh! Now that's what I call 80 poof whiskey.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter.
I love how he exploded in a bunch of confetti.
Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end.
Huh.
That was unexpected.
Yes.
Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
He's so snarky. Okay, I think this is the last thing. I don't think we have anything left on the other timelines. So, I think we're almost done, you guys. Alright, might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... Let's do junk.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Because I feel like the first and last words of this book have to be the word change. Like, that just makes sense.
Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash.
How did ashes get into the vial?
It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Well, it's a bad habit anyways.
Pa always says bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. They're all just fed up with him. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Oh? Oh. Bye. Don't smoke, kids. You'll turn into a cloud of ash. Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good.
Bye.
His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Nope. We're gonna change. Tweaked his wonder potion with a little change. Or should just put like pennies in
tweaked
it.
his wonder potion with a little change.
Little black pocket change?
Your unlucky penny! Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking.
Oh, it was a penny. What's that gonna do?
No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now, we observe.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Oh, he's a baby. Holy crap, he's a baby? Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, or young Sharper. That would be a great help, thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Ooh, an epilogue.
Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Okay. Can I go into these other rooms now? Gotta put my sweater on.
Rollo, are you up yet?
Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by?
Be there in a minute.
Check in with Rollo at the treehouse. Here we go. I really hope that Gran/Mom took the potion and is now young again.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage.
Oh, that's where my dad's stuff was? That's so sad.
Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Good. Is she home? Oh, she's still old. Darn it. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now, I enjoy it. Alright, I'll scram. Let's go. Let's go get Rolo. I wonder if he's still a big boy. Can we go see Dad? Oh. Oh. The headstone is not there. Okay. That's fine. Bless you. That's not sad or anything. I hear you and Rolo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rolo 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Alona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into that school of agriculture up at State. Also, Nayla said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Can I go this way? No. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Oh, he's happy now! He's smiling! Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Alona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town, but some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
That's nice. Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here, this is something I can be proud of. Gus deserves to be happy. He does. His dad sucked. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is go slow and fix things. Amen to that. That's funny. I'd better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Okay, so we can't go anywhere else. That's okay. Let's go see Rolo. Chillin' here. Chillin' here. Nothing. Hello.
Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, an honest to goodness, flip-floppin', swam-and fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What'd you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow.
Dude, what an inescapable hell for that fish, though.
A little higher.
Yup.
Little lower.
Yup.
Little higher.
Yup. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back.
Who, me?
Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. Ah, you're right. Lead the way. Check in with Beck at her house. Alright, let's go get Beck. Let's go get Beck. Oh, I'm so glad this has a happy ending because I was gonna be real upset. Young Mr. Van Horn! How's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful.
Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out whenever we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable.
What's today's news that needs knowing?
I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. Good. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house.
Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility.
Excuse me? Would you be so kind as to take my order?
2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations.
Excuse me? I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends, I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why's that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times.
It's fine, I'll wait.
That's nice.
I was hoping that Mom would go back to the diner.
I'm glad you swung by.
More follow-up questions for your story?
Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City. And they offered me an internship.
Oh, good. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter.
I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals sort of writes itself if you think about it.
Just don't forget us when you become a fancy big city reporter.
Capital City isn't that far away. I'm just gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into.
Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over.
Well, no, that's not true.
What makes you say that?
Call it a reporter's intuition.
Goodbye. Hello? He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Good night, I guess. Oh, hello, Luca. How are you?
Really good, actually.
That's wonderful. Did I miss anything?
I think you're pretty much up to speed.
Yeah, basically. Alright, let's go get back. We are almost done, Mr. Nuncreed. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. What? Did you want to come with?
Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you.
I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now.
What? Jeff's wild ride?
That's fantastic.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come one, come all. No one's too big, no one is too small for Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Oh my gosh.
Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynastus Titius.
And that's good?
It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years! At this rate, Beacon Pines is gonna become the bug capital of the county!
That's good. We need more bugs. Bugs are great. Beck! Hello.
I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box.
You're officially moved in!
It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion.
It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots.
I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future.
I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one.
I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise.
Oh? A surprise? Okay, we go in the house? Oh, a tree! She got me a tree!
My mom's prepared this tree especially for you.
They didn't have to do that.
It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of Old Beacon Pines, and thrive as things warm up.
That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff's wild ride to Old Beacon Pines. Oh no, we are gonna go see Dad. He's still dead, but he's just actually over there. Oh gosh. They're gonna plant a tree at his grave. Man. Jeff.
Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house.
You're gonna wanna hang on tight to that little tree. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Okay. Done.
Good little tree.
The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot.
Yeah, thanks for everything.
Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good?
Yeah, I am.
It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello.
Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello,
I'm here for you. I know. You don't even have to say it.
You two make an awesome pair.
Excuse me? We are a trio now. Yep.
Thanks.
There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group.
Missing?
Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic.
Oh, God.
I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. Okay, bye. You have got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're gonna forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. You guys, God. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for so much longer. Oh, God. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you'd loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Oh, it's not letting me do anything. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Is that it? Oh, that's it. That's fine. That's fine. We did it. Oh my God. Okay. Well, that was really good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't even know what I don't know what words are right now. That was amazing. Yeah. That's God, I'm so sad now. But in a happy way, does that make sense? Like I'm oh my God. I need to process all of that. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with me for 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. That was a long time. I guess I technically could have split that up into 2 streams, but dang it, I wanted to know what happened. So, yeah. Next Thursday, we're not having a stream because it's Thanksgiving. And then I think starting in December, I'm gonna do, at least for a little bit, I'm gonna start Stardew Valley on Thursdays. So, God. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I need to go think about this. So yeah, love you. Good night.